that gate, so he's going to run out of there in a hurry. But the rest of TSM a little bit split up.
Blitzcrank Hook, Darius Hook, and Ari Charm do give superior threat to what TSM has at level 1. So you can see TSM setting up defensively. 3 people actually staying in mid lane. They do not want to mess with Curse right now. So it's really about Curse picking where they want to go. It's on TSM to not get caught. They've put down that 1 ward in the lower river, but really, Curse gets to pick their fight right here and decide what they want to steal, if anything. TSM may have held them off. They may have scared them well enough. By sticking together, we could see a standard start.
And Curse is going to know when Oddwin goes for that blue buff. A smart ward from Curse Gaming. Saintfish is sitting on those brushes. A lot of pings going down from TSM. They're afraid that Curse is still there going for the level 1 invade. And with their team composition, Curse has that threat. Dyrus sitting in the top jungle entrance. More pings going down. Curse staying defensive. They're going to back off, and Saintfish is going to start up on these raids into the red.
No early counter jungling coming down yet from the odd one. He may as well go up top very quickly, but it would be difficult. Saintfish, this is the exact same jungle start he's had in the previous 2 games. He will take wolves, he will then take red buff, and I'm wondering if TSM is onto that and whether they're trying to counter that at all. Becoming a little bit formulaic is dangerous in these 3-game sets because TSM is so good at adapting to their opponents.
We saw them practicing, anticipating at what time someone would be getting their blue buff. Saintfish is picking up that red buff. Oddwin getting spotted out, so Curse having a little bit of extra vision, knowing where they're going to be. Chaos and X Special on that Sona Graves combination bottom lane already showing the amount of poke that they have because Elements is less than 50% HP already.
This is a good counter to the Blitzcrank support. Sona, one of the highest poke supports in the game. Obviously, Blitzcrank has no innate sustain, so X Special needs to be very careful with how he pokes because he is in hook range every time he goes up for those Hymn of Valor Q harassments. Very good so far from X Special. He's avoided hooks in the previous games.
This is the second time that Nijaki has been given the blue buff. Chaos quick shotting in and getting a ton of damage onto Elements, popping the mana barrier. Elements is going to be able to get out of there, but mid lane, looking at this matchup, Saintfish wants to get Nijaki ahead and ahead in a hurry. Reginald has that spell vamp from his passive, so he's going to be able to stay in lane, but Nijaki with that blue buff, more mana regen, more cooldown reduction, more poke from that orb.
Saintfish did this last game as well, and actually allowed Oddwin to get a slight lead on him in the jungle. They're really just putting all of their dollars into Nijaki, putting all their bets into Nijaki is probably a better way of saying it. Trying to let him shove out Reginald. They are attacking Reggie in so many ways. They know if they keep him down, the fights won't come for TSM, and that's really been evident throughout all 3 of these games.
And the attacking continues. Top lane, Dyrus using his range. He's farming like an AD carry, but he can just as easily go melee, showing the poke that Jace has. West-right on Darius being forced to burn his mana, or his health potions, and Dyrus just farming away and trying to pressure West-right early. Saintfish is there, could gank, gonna opt for double golems instead.
Dyrus trying to put all the pressure on. He does not have wards, so you can see him poking in and around that brush, hoping to avoid the gank from Saintfish. Saintfish is actually trying to avoid Dyrus' vision as well. When he comes in behind him, it's very difficult to gank a Jace. He cannot do it, he can speed himself up, and he can flash. Nonetheless, he's waiting in that brush, waiting for his moment.
There's Saintfish, the speed boost goes out, the exhaust, Dyrus flashes out, he has the gate, a couple double hits going down the flash, oh, but the apprehend just misses. Dyrus trying to turn around, the Ignite going down, but Dyrus is going to be able to get out with an extremely low amount of health, but a smart play from Dyrus to stay out that game.
50 health remaining on Dyrus. So close. If that apprehend would have landed from Darius, that would have been first blood. A slight miscalculation by West Rice. With that, they're going to shove in this lane and actually force or attempt to force Dyrus back. Oddwin comes up to support to save his bacon and get those creeps.
Dyrus actually baiting West Rice to hit the Ignite down on him. So West Rice will be down that Ignite. Dyrus still having his Ignite, but being down that flash. So still a summoner spell up on West Rice despite being extremely low health.
To be fair, once that lane resets, the flash is more important for West Rice than it is for Darius. Jace has things that can help him with his escape. He gets that knockback, he gets the move speed. Darius doesn't really have anything, so Nunu comes up, if the Oddwin gets a good gank, has the pull edge in the tower,
Special getting grabbed, he's extremely low health. One more hit will do it, Top is going to get first blood. Chaos trying to turn it around, but he gets a couple of towers and he's going to back off, so first the early advantage, and Top on Corgi once again doing some serious work.
And another fight that results in both players with slivers of health. 15 hit points on Cop as he gets away. Previously, those fights had been going to TSM. This time, it goes to Curse, and that gives him first blood. That gives him the early edge.
Yeah, making sure that they don't get that first blood without paying for it. They're going to lose that entire minion wave to the turret. They have at 40 minion kills to Cop's 18, so Cop really needed that first blood.
They were going to be putting up their tower so hard by the poke, but he said X Special has to be very careful how he pokes because he exposes himself to those blitzcrank pulls, and he was punished at that moment. Even with that first blood, though, the gold is still 1650 to 1600 in the favor of Chaos. So really, absolutely necessary that they punish them there if they don't want to fall hopelessly behind in that lane.
Even though they're in the blood, X Special took very well to adjust the position to prevent that hook. Dyrus poking out Westrise. He does have those bleed stacks on him, so they're going to be ticking down consistently. Dyrus getting the health roll. Wow, look at that damage from Westrise. Ogwan is seen, and he's just going to back off the gate, giving him a little extra speed boost with the Blood Ball. Man, he's motoring with that speed boost.
Ogwan getting the boots already, obviously. Blood boils so fast, and Dyrus actually needing a lot of assistance in this lane. Westrise hit 6. If he could land an apprehend on a Dyrus, it'll be trouble. Or if they get the slowdown, they'd be able to finish him off. This could be good. Ogwan has last escapes.
Westrise going in, he gets ignited. Could he get the jump? The jump does not kill Dyrus. Will Ogwan be able to take him out? Yes, he will. A snowball to the face secures it. Ogwan taking out Darius.
Dyrus and Ogwan working together so long. The succession continues to go down mid. You can see the communication and synergy. They knew exactly how to get Westrise to commit, and they pulled it off expertly. Also the snowball finishing, so the Ogwan, all that attention he's pressing up top, paying off pretty well. Level 6 on Jungler this early in the game means he's going to be pretty strong.
With that kill, he already has his heart of gold, a couple wards, and the potion, as well as that, those boots of speed. With that blood bowl, he's going to have no problem working his way around the jungle. A couple things going down, but there's an engaged bottom lane exhaust going down. I know Special is ignited as well. Element is going to try and get some damage down on him, but Chaos is just shoving down. Chaos is out of mana, but the auto attacks are hitting so hard. Element's getting the knock up, and Cop's going to try and turn around, but both members of this bottom lane almost out of health, almost out of mana. They are just pushing each other to the limit in these exchanges.
They know exactly their capabilities, and they were barely able to escape. Luckily, X Special had not yet hit level 6. When they get that crescendo, it's going to be very strong. Element's getting a little under level here. He's 4. He's not going to hit 6 at the same time. That will give TSM a power bump in that lane. And that early blue buff that St. Vicious handed off to Nijaki has not really paid off that well. Reginald has more minion kills for the first time to Nijaki in this whole series. And Reggie gets going, and he roams around. Look at him trying to come behind for the power dive. It's going to be great for TSM.
Top lane, a couple of things going down. Westrise trying to go in on Dyrus. Dyrus with that Jace knockback. There's the gate. That poke from that gate is obscene. And Reginald sitting bottom lane. We could very well see a tower dive.
They need to go soon because St. Vicious and Cobb are on their way down. He needs to get that binding.
Oh, just misses max range. Elements potentially smelled a gank coming, and TSM waited a little bit too long. Nijaki roaming as well to pick up that blue buff, and potentially catch Reginald as he moves around. But Reginald is going to play it safe. He's going to go back through his jungle, sit in the tri-brush, and he's going to back. But here comes the dragon. First, like clockwork, they're going to be able to pick it off really good. First dragon.
They actually knew exactly when TSM was going to be backing. After they kill the tower, there's very little reason for TSM to stick around. So they're trading that tower essentially for a dragon, and it pulled off so well because of their timing.
Dragon to Curse. No surprises there, really. Curse in all series has been on top of the dragon. There's some tons going out from Jace onto Westrise. Westrise doing his best, but actually there's the Westrise really respecting the amount of damage that Dyrus has got. See Dyrus really turning it up in this lane. Now swapping into Hammer Stance to gain back more mana. That's one thing when Jace gets lead. He can just continually punish you, because if you can't get him off of those melee stance creeps, he will just pound you over and over. So starting to get an edge there on Darius. 67 minion kills to 51, and he has that assist from the gank. So Dyrus could very well be a lot of trouble for Curse strategically as this moves on. St. Vicious pushing Dyrus off of that top lane, but Dyrus continuing to pressure. He's got so much to sustain. got that extra mana regen. Nijaki with the blue buff is going to try and counter push in the mid lane, but that mid turret is almost full health, and Reginald is back, and with one tormented soul, he's going to completely shred that minion wave. Reginald 81 minion kills, Nijaki 78, so fairly even. Nijaki has that cage lucky pick, so he's going to get that passive gold regen. The Reginald with two Doran's ring, as well as the vision ward. He wants complete control of this thing.
The victor of this lane is really just going to show off of how they affect the other lanes. It's very difficult for a Morgana and an Ahri to get aggressive on each other. Morgana's ultimate just gets dashed out of by Ahri. Ahri's charm just gets absorbed by Morgana's black shield. So it's really on how they impact the rest of the game. And thus far, Reginald's tried once, hasn't worked. Nijaki has not tried either. It's really a matter of them farming up, powering up, and then finding the right moment to affect the game.
A quick rotate from Curse. Elements and Cop going top against Darius. They're trying to take that top turret down as fast as they can. Darius bottom lane against Chaos and Special on the Graves and Sona, but he's going to get poked down with the previous exchanges for any invasion.
Now though, the flag goes in and gets large enough for Darius up or in the bottom that it's on TSM now to force and make something happen. There's still a lot of wards on the map, and the odd one's yet to pick up an Oracle. So really, this could be a bit of a bad play as the hook just misses.
Grab just out of reach. The odd one sitting in the ward. Now he knows it's there for sure. Chaos and Reginald coming up mid, joined by Special. They're going to rotate and start taking turrets as fast as they can. TSM only up about 300 gold. They're going to extend that lead a little bit longer. Elements in there as well with Nijaki, so a lot of rotations going on, trying to put pressure wherever they can to both of these teams. TSM going pull ahead by a lot of gold.
TSM with the pressure, they were able to successfully impact one bottom lane and they're flanking around on the Westeros here. Is Chaos going to be able to do much? Westeros needs to be on the run, or is he just going to go for an assassination here?
And they're down, Special going in, will with the ultimate, and Odd One is there. Westeros is going in, and the ultimate is going to steal it. Reginald was there as well, just to make sure. But top lane, there's a three-person gank on Darius. Darius getting 90, he flashes out. He is exhausted as well. He has a sliver of health. Top just misses the full dash. He's gonna get out once again. Chase the escape artist. Are you kidding me?
First, unable to convert their three-man gank, whereas TSM was able to run down Westeros, and that is just the utility that Jace can provide. He is so mobile, whereas Darius really has to flog around the map. Westeros got baited in. Darius made a great escape using his knockbacks, managing and knowing what Curse's tower aggro was like so he could avoid the threats, and also juking those last missiles so expertly. Small, super close fights are what is deciding this really big.
Saying that all series, one corpus, one binding, one big one could decide it, and if Cop had landed that, that would have been a very different story for Curse Gaming. But as it stands, TSM starting to build their lead, and despite the three-person dive onto Darius, he is sitting at 89 minutes. He's got the two door in place, he's got the health crystal as well. By comparison, left, right, 10 minion kills behind. He has the double door plate as well as the ruby crystal as well. But TSM making sure that Curse does not get it.
The big thing about keeping Curse down now, last game, Cobb was the carry. This game, he's getting somewhat shut down. 74 minutes to 111 left. So we can compare these two all the time. Chaos was huge in the first game. Cobb even bigger in the second. Chaos took a pretty big lead in the first.
Memory and just misses from Westbridge. The amount of poke coming out from TSM is intimidating. The buckshot plus the gated projectile from Jace. TSM is going to continue to pressure this top turret, and they are going to take it out. They're just going to walk away. Look at the minion thing.
Third turret by TSM. The pressure is theirs. This has been the case in the second game as well, even though they were down in gold a bit. This time they're holding off Curse's minion kills and farming, as well as taking the towers. So the map control from TSM here. Reginald waits to find out Reginald ultimate off. And the big thing is that this Crescendo on Sona could very well turn these team fights around. Curse doesn't have the easy mode initiate from Nijaki this time. Ahri's not able to split up teams nearly as well as Morgana. It's going to be very tricky for Curse picking their fights here, and TSM really has more options when this game moves on.
Chad, it really seems like the composition from Curse depends upon catching someone.
It's all about getting picks in a lot of ways. They need to land charms from Najak. They need to land hooks from Elements. TSM just needs to roll in. They're going to pop that acceleration gate from Jace, have Reginald aggressively flash in, and he's at a point where he can escape because he's not behind Najak. And here comes potentially a fight around this dragon. Curse so much control. TSM pressuring it finally.
Pokes coming down from Cup. Reginald was able to land a binding on Nijaki. Nijaki sitting around. Will he go to get the apprehend? Just misses, and Reginald lands a binding onto Elements, but TSM opting not to engage yet. X-Special and Reginald are definitely going to initiate this fight. A grab going down on his hand, so his hand is get obliterated by Elements. So now this is a 5-on-4. TSM having to back out. But they are honest, they might not back out. They're poking so hard with those acceleration gates from Jace that the kill, great pull by Elements.
Let them try to stop it.
An ally has been slain. Double kill.
The tether is still on Western Restless, and the Dolphin tries to let them get the jump, but no, Darius is going to take a quick 2-0 straight.
Dragon pushing a little too hard. Objective control finally coming to fight them a little bit. TSM, so much initiation. The dark binding from Reginald Korda, creating fight. Reginald being aggressive. Going to try to dominate this game. The large